Okay, today we're going to look at negative numbers and in particular addition and subtraction of negative numbers. One thing that's really helpful when we're working with negative numbers is a number line. I like a vertical one because you can see the higher numbers are going up and the lower the numbers are, it's going down. So I think that's really helpful. I've got 0 in the middle. This one only goes up to 10 and negative 10. You can always draw a number line if you're not given one, but sometimes you might actually just imagine one in your head, but it's a really useful thing to do. Because when we're adding and subtracting, I want us to think about whether we're going up or down the number line. So I'm going to start with some relative simple numbers to make sure they fit on the number line, but these concepts will then work with any numbers. So I've grouped them into groups to try and illustrate the point. So I'm going to start with 3 plus 5. So I would start at 3 and I would go up 5 places. So I would end up at 8. Now you might be saying, well, that doesn't have any negative numbers in. That's a very simple question, but it's just an illustration. Hopefully you can spot some patterns as we're going on. If I now do 3 subtract 5, I start at 3 again, but this time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I subtract 5, go down the number line, and I will end up at negative 2. So adding 5, I went up the number line, and subtracting 5, I went down. My third one is adding negative 5. So if I'm adding negative 5, I'm still starting at 3, but I'm adding negative 5. So if I'm adding a command of negative 5 is a nice way to think about it. It basically means go down 5. So I'm going to end up at negative 2 again. So I went down the number line. So you can see that actually taking 5 and adding negative 5 give me the same result. This is the one that's a bit difficult to understand in many ways. 3 take away negative 5. I'm still starting at 3 and I'm taking away negative 5. So it's almost like undoing down 5. So I'm going up 5. So I go up 5 places and I end up at 8. So hopefully you can see that that's the same result as when I added 8, I've gone up the number line. So really what I want you to remember is your first number is your start position, your second number is how far you go, and the signs will determine whether you go up the number line or down the number line. If my first number is negative, that just defines my start position, nothing more. So negative 2, if I go up 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I'm going to end up at 5. Negative 2 down 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I'm going to end up at negative 9. Negative 2 add negative 7, going to end up at negative 9. Negative 2 take negative 7, that's going to be the same result as adding a 7, so that's going to give me 5. So I've gone up the number line for these two and down for those two. 8 plus 8 is 16. This would actually take me off my number line, so you're going to have to use your imagination here. 8 take 8 is 0. Those two seem really obvious, but often people get caught out with these when really they're the same. Adding negative 8 is going to take me to 0. Taking negative 8 is going to take me up to 16. Negative 9, I'm starting all the way down here, I'm going up 12, takes me past 0 up to 3. Negative 9 take 12 will take me off the bottom of the scale here down to negative 21. Starting at negative 9 again, adding negative 12 takes me to negative 21 again. Adding negative 12 will take me back up to 3. By doing it in these patterns, hopefully you've realized that adding a negative number is the same as subtracting a number. Taking a negative number will be the same as adding that number.